Ooh, happy Saturday. Yeah. Back at it. Back at it. Back at it. Back at it. So here I am once again, torn into pieces. Um, so I last night I went on a frenzy, deleting footage and files that I no longer needed. Where are my glasses? I should be wearing my glasses right now. Found them. Hold on. Hold please. Hell yeah. Wee. Wee, wee, wee. Okay, I found my glasses. Good news. Okay, so yesterday I went on a frenzy. Finding files that I didn't want, making sure they were absolutely banned from being on my computer. And boy howdy, I made that happen. Um, the problem with that is that I deleted. Um, so I had a bunch of files on my computer for my Mac video that were duplicates. And if you're not familiar with the way that editing software works, if you have a file that's in your computer that's also in your editing software, it doesn't, if you delete it from your computer, it removes it from the editing software as well, which makes you have to restart your project. Fun fact. I knew this already, but I wasn't thinking about it when I was like knee deep in my, oh my god, I need to clear out my storage. I was like, oh my god, we have duplicate files. Let's delete the duplicate files so that I can have more space. The duplicate files were in use, and so I have to restart my video completely, which actually I'm not really that mad about. It was a little bit frustrating at first, and then I thought about it and I was like, you know, having a blank slate isn't so bad. So, here I am. I'm about halfway through editing the parts that I had already done. But that's okay. That is okay. Genuinely, it was a little bit upsetting because I already put so much time into it, but who cares? Who cares, you know? Who cares? It'll get done no matter what. And the thing is, like, of all of the ways that this could have gone wrong, I still have all of my files. It's not like the whole project is deleted and gone. It's just that oh, my cat found a fly and she's freaking out back there. It's just that I have to restart. But the whole project itself is still here. I still have all of the things that I need. I have had it happen before where I accidentally delete the entire project. This is not near that bad. I just have to restart. But that's okay. But not completely. The footage from the face up, the accessories and the hair, those are all good. Those are fine. For whatever reason, those stayed. So I don't know. I must have just double imported pretty much everything except for those, and now they're gone, so get screwed, I guess. But, so we're fixing it. It's not a big deal, but I am here to chat, to hang out, while I fix my sins. While I fix my sins. Good stuff, good stuff. Good heavens. Hello, Marissa. How are ya? Happy to see ya. I am in a much better mood than I was last night when I was like, oh my god, I have to fix all of this because... So, it's fine. Also, the other reason that this is okay with me is because I had gotten myself into such a slump, like just going at it, trying to just get this project done, that I wasn't putting a lot of thought into what my editing was, and so it wasn't very good. So I have the opportunity to like, make my editing better. So that's okay. Yeah, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Sometimes it takes tearing apart something for a little bit to like rebuild it and stuff. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It's okay. Organizing my meds for the week, also not fun. Also shot day, and that always sucks. Yeah. Do you do like steroid shots? I have to at work. I have to load those into places all the time. They sure do use a lot of them. My God. My God. And man, those things, I hear from patients all the time that those things like take you out. Which makes sense because it's a lot of like chemicals. Well, not chemicals, but like your hormones are. Oh, diabetes. Word. Okay. That also. It's not fun. I heard shot and I was like, it has to be steroid shot. There's no other option. They were just on my mind because I was handling those a lot this week. That also makes sense. Do you do, you do not have to answer my medical questions for you at all if you do not want to. But do you do like, some people do it once a week, some people do it like 3 times a day. How does yours look? When I visit with patients that do it 3 times a day, I'm like, how do you live like that? How, I mean, you just have to get used to it. People must, because people do it all the time. But, ew, that sounds awful. And I'm glad that it's a thing that's out there that works, but it sounds miserable. It sounds really, really miserable. For those just tuning in, I am still chugging away editing the Mac video. I messed up some stuff, so I have to go back and fix it. I did meet with my pain doc. He suggested steroid shots, but we're going to wait 3 months and maybe do another ablation. Sure, that makes sense. You do it once a week. Fair enough. Fair enough. I have a lot of medically complex people in my life, so I am interested in the way that people take care of themselves because I just am. I don't know. Hello, Rose Wolf. Appreciate ya. Hold on. I desperately need chapstick, or I'm gonna die. If I don't put on chapstick right now, I'm gonna keel over. Oh my god. Oh, I can't find it. Help. No, that's not the right thing. Also not the right thing. Ooh, found it. Chapstick. Yeah. 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 It looks like a glue stick. Maybe I'll shut the hell up. This is the only chapstick. These big thick boys, they only last me about a year. Which is crazy. I have maybe a problem. Rose Wolf still editing the vid. Oh, hello, Lady Intrigue. I appreciate ya. I like seeing ya here. Yes, sir. I am still editing the video. If you're just tuning in, I messed up. I had a bunch of duplicate files of the of the Mac video. So I had a bunch of files that were the same thing over and over, and I was like, why did I import those like 3 different times? So I just made sure that I only had 1 file of each video because I only need 1. And I just got rid of those. Turns out and I did not think about this because I was in like a fever of, oh my God, I have to clear out all this space for this video because my computer was malfunctioning due to the amount of things in its files. I was completely not thinking about the fact that once I delete those duplicates might be in use, and they were in fact in use, so I have to start over on a couple sections of the video, but it's okay. I was talking about earlier how, sorry if this is a repeat for people who are already here, it takes about half an hour to 20 minutes for people to start arriving and start talking, so anyway, thanks for bearing with me on that. What was I saying? Oh, it's not totally a bad thing that I have to restart because this gives me an opportunity to like edit it a little bit better than it was previously. But I do have to fix my sins really quick. But my editing is looking a lot better, so I'm not even, I mean, it's obviously annoying as hell, but I'm not devastated. I was for a minute, just like internally, when I saw my editor and saw that all of the like videos were blanked out, I was like, did I accidentally delete everything? In my fever yesterday at midnight, did I accidentally delete all of my footage that I did? But I did not, so it's okay. Again, I'm grateful that if this had to happen, I still have all of the files and I still have everything I need to put the video together. So it could have been a whole lot worse. My idiocy could have been a whole lot more thorough, so it's okay. It's all right. Sometimes things have to fall apart a little bit before you can fix them again. It's all right. No big deal. Also, if you hear weird sounds, my cat found there's a fly in my room, and she's like going at it. She's chasing it everywhere. She's having a great time, so I'm not upset about that. Glad it worked out. I'm also glad it worked out because good heavens, that would have been sad, but it's okay. Even if like I'm doing a lot of internal work right now, not to get deep, but this is just how I talk. I'm doing a lot of internal work right now as to like when stressful things arrive, not to let them like eat me, and murder my little brain. And I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. If I can do it in like low stakes areas like this, then I will be able to do it in more high stakes areas later in my life as well. So that's good stuff. Because I have a tendency to just get upset, and then the upset just like owns me, and then I can't function. I listened to Distractible at work this morning, the refrigerator episode. Let's go. All morning I've been listening to Distractible, editing this. I am a little bit sad. Distractible is the only podcast that I listen to like every episode of. There used to be a couple that I listened to all the time, but they have stopped making content. Now Distractible is like, I have listened to every single episode, and I'm a little bit sad. Like, genuinely, I look forward to when they post. And they, for those that don't know, Distractible is a podcast that's done by Markiplier and Bob Meisterman and Wade Barnes. And they upload typically twice a week, and right now they're only uploading once a week. And this is such a dumb thing to complain about. It's literally so stupid. But I really look forward to their uploads. And since it's only once a week now, I'm like, such a dumb thing to complain about. But, you know, they gotta do what they gotta do. They got lives as well, so clearly I don't. First listen. Oh my god. Okay, that's the best episode to start with. Bob's Fridge. That one's so good. It was so good. I love that episode. I will listen to it when I feel like my life is feeling not so great, so I can remind myself that, well, I could have a fridge exploding in my backyard, but I don't, so that's okay. Listen to the Handsome podcast. I don't think so. I'm gonna write that down really quick. Where can I write down? I have other notes from people. There it is. Great. Got it. What's the premise? Unfortunately, I have analyzed this about myself. I like to try to make sure that I'm not like, hold on, what am I trying to say? That I have equally as much content produced by women as I do by men, because I'm really trying hard not to have men like centered in my life anymore, because I'm doing a lot of work to like make sure that's not my priority, because as a society I just like have been trained to want their attention at all times when I don't actually want their attention, but my brain has been built that way somehow. Anyway, and I'm trying to like, oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm not missing it, but sorry, there's a file that I'm supposed to have that I don't have. Oh, yes, I do. It's just in a different place than I thought it was going to be. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I don't know. I have no idea. Genuinely, no idea. Anyway, very similar issue with Bob with the fridge. That's really unfortunate. Handsome Pod is May Martin. Oh. Say less. I will be checking that out. I'll be checking that out. Have to finish some stuff. Have fun. We'll stop by later. Okay, good to see you, Rose Wolf. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I always like it when I can see my regulars. I like that a lot. Have fun. Or I hope it's fine. Whatever you're doing. Whee! Okay, right now what I'm editing is the bit where I sculpt the shoes. And last time I edited this, I just like sped it all up and did like a time lapse. And what I have discovered is that I myself don't like watching time lapses anymore. I used to, but I think that it's kind of hard to watch. Like, it's kind of hard to follow the details that are happening. And so now I try to just do jump cuts, which I don't know which is faster to edit, but I definitely prefer watching jump cuts, and I know that if I prefer to watch it, I'm sure somebody else feels the same way, so, you know. Where's the footage where I, like, put the... maybe it's gone. It might be gone. I can accept that. That's alright. It's okay. I'm not gonna... Ramona just told me that I'm not normal this morning. Aw. That sounds like a bummer. I'm so sorry. Is it, just like classic chronic illness stuff? Sometimes that shit just really puts you out of it. And well, I don't have a chronic illness, but I do have like a weird genetic disorder that sometimes just like puts me out of it. And I forget that I have that issue until I'm like, why do I feel like duty? And then I think about it and I'm like, oh yeah, I do actually have like an issue, like an actual issue. Not that it's an excuse for any reason, but just to be a little bit softer with myself of like, oh, there's a reason that I'm like this, and it's okay. It's okay. Don't be a little poopy head, but like, you know. You know what I'm trying to say. Ooh, so this is, no, all in good fun. It's my package from being my mayor. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Sorry, sometimes I take people's words really literally. So if I misunderstand, especially over text, I have a hard time with that. But that sounds cool. That sounds cool and fun. I forgot about the mayor thing. I forgot that I was speaking to the mayor. Chronic pain is hell as well. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I also, like, I have a struggle with assuming that if I'm in pain or if something doesn't feel right, that I'm, like, dying. And so sometimes when I feel a twinge of something, I'm like, this is it. This is it. My brain is steadily unlearning that as well. I'm doing better than I ever have before, genuinely. But sometimes it's hard. I wish I had a snack of some kind. I'm not particularly hungry. I just want something crunchy, you know? But I have run out of snacks in my house. Guess I'll die. I do have chips downstairs, but I don't... They're spicy, and I'm white. I'm really white. I'm really white, and I can't eat them for very long because I'm really white. But they're very tasty. My tolerance is pretty poor. sweet or salty snacks. Definitely salty, I feel like, for the most part. I feel like, so, with my genetic weird thing that I just talked about, it makes it so that I can't process certain foods. And, oh, what's the word? Processed sugar, like beet sugar, is one of them. Um, and so, since I stopped eating processed sugar, my tolerance for like sweetness has gone down. So I can't eat very much sweet stuff. Um, before I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it. Agoraphobia exposure treatment. I started using humor to disarm those thoughts. Yes, yes. This is going to. Yes, I used to. Yes, I used to do that. So, my this is gonna ruin the tour. That's really good. I also used to start doing that. I used to make it the most dramatic thing as possible that is like not not even possible. So my concern for a while, if I had a random pain, I would be like, oh my god, it's that rare, really specific foot cancer. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. You got a pain in your finger. It's the finger cancer. It's the end. It's the end for you. And it would just make me laugh so that I could move on. I love that. It's a really great coping strategy. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah. It's so interesting because I never went to therapy for any of that stuff, even though I should have, um, until much, much later after I had kind of developed my own coping skills. And I did all of the things that you're like supposed to do just like by myself. Like my brain knew how to handle it, which is kind of crazy. But I guess maybe, I don't know. Is that a common experience for people? Like now I'm doing the therapy to kind of make sure my nervous system doesn't go straight to that. I have the coping skills that once my nervous system is in there, I can tolerate it and like move out of it eventually. But now I'm in therapy to like, so that my nervous system doesn't go straight to that. You hated therapy? Dude, that's fair. People don't talk about that enough. People don't talk about the fact that not all therapy works. For people, I know for a fact that like I did talk therapy for about a year before I leveled with my therapist. I was like, I don't think this is working, because I have a tendency to ruminate on stuff. And if you're a person who ruminates on stuff, I think that talk therapy is not the best option. I, I really, really think that. So I'm no longer in talk therapy. I do a different, I don't super want to overshare. I know I am oversharing currently, but I'm going to pick and choose what I overshare about. Yeah, I'm no longer in talk therapy because it just kept me in my space of rumination and I couldn't get out of it. And it didn't help me actually process anything. It just helped me hold on to it harder because that's what my brain is built to do, I guess. So now I'm in a certain type of therapy that is like rewiring my nervous system essentially, instead of talking it out because it didn't work. I spent a year doing that. It didn't work. So that's fair. That's fair. People are always like, well, just get therapy. You'll get better. And it doesn't always work for people. I think it's not fair for people to just be like, well, you know, or if you're in therapy, you must be fine. There's a lot of people I know that are in therapy that I'm like, what are you doing? What is your therapist doing? What's happening? What is the purpose of you being in treatment if you are still acting like this? Yeah. Yeah. They say it won't affect your military or spouse's military career, but guess who isn't allowed to live on base because they're. Oh, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I have heard about different situations like that with military. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. No one fits all situations there. Yeah, no, definitely not. There's not one thing that works for people. I hear from a lot of people that talk therapy is like the thing, and I'm like, girl, no, it's not. I do like living in town, anyways. No, that's fair. That's fair. A lot of like military base housing is kind of shit. Also, from what I've heard, at least in Wyoming, it is. I've heard from a lot of people that are. There's a lot of people here that are Air Force, um, and I have heard from them over and over that like the Air Force bases, their housing is really shit. So maybe it's not such a bad thing. What is happening? Oh, I understand. I understand. Now I'm editing the part where I painted the shoes black and I put stuff on them to make them into shoes. Yay! Wonderful! Nice. I also woke up this morning not feeling great. I had a little tickle ickle in my throat, and I was like, no, 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 because I know for a fact I was exposed to strep last week. But also, I'm exposed to a million things every day that I don't even want to think about. So, yeah. Um, anyway, my point is, I'm letting myself just chill out and sit for today. I really wanted to go to the skate park today. It's really nice outside, but I'm just gonna chill out. I'm gonna do the thing that I really, really, really want to get done. It'll be fine. I always like our military housing, but we had a brand new house when Luke was born. But yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense that it can. It probably also depends like what rank you're in, too. Because I know that like if you're in barracks, it's a very different situation than if you're in actual like military housing. That makes sense. How much space did you end up feeding from your computer? Is the snow gone? The snow is gone. The snow is gone. It's 70 degrees today. Crazy. Um, yeah, weird. Wyoming is insane. Um, anyway, the amount of space, I don't exactly know how much I cleared. Not as much as I thought that should have been cleared from the amount of stuff that I deleted, but it's okay. I got enough that I can freely move my files from place to place without my computer yelling at me at all, so good stuff. I've never had strep. I can't get up. My sister's always trying to give it to me. Interesting. Strep is such an interesting. Ooh, there's a bug outside my window. Can't tell what kind of bug it is. Looks kind of big. Oh, there he goes. I don't know. I don't know what he was. Looks like a beetle of some kind. Anyway, I had strep when I was a kid a couple times, and then, but I don't think this is strep. I don't think what I'm dealing with. It would feel a lot worse if it was strep. Um, but I was like in a car with somebody that had strep, or at least was incubating strep. Um, for like 5 hours. Sorry, my brain like had to buffer for a second. Um, so I was just like waiting to get sick. So who knows? This might be that. This might be something else. Thankfully, I'm not that worried about it. I did have other plans, but it's good. 7 people in my wedding party, including. No. Strep is one of those things that is so damn contagious. It's really bad. But because I work at the hospital and I am in and out of the ER like all day visiting with people, and so what you're supposed to do if you have a person who has got some kind of like airborne contagious disease state, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to chart it. One, chart it, put it on their like profile on the computer, and then two, you're supposed to put it on the door outside. Like, here's your precautions. Put on gloves and a mask before you get into this room. You're supposed to do that. They do it on the med surg floor, on the inpatient med surg floor. They do it on the in the OR rooms. Um, But at the ER, they don't care. They do not care. They got better about it because I like, there's a way you can report things, and they got better at it for like a week. And so I never know what I'm walking into. I never know what I'm being exposed to ever. I did find out the day that I reported them because I was like, I get it. Of all the things that you're doing in the ER, of course you don't want to put this little poster on the door. Like, that makes a whole lot of sense. When I reported it, it wasn't like a, you're doing a bad job. It was like a, is there a different way we can do this, or is there something else that I'm missing, or what do we do to handle this so that I'm not being exposed to meningitis? Because I was exposed to meningitis that day, and I was like, of all the things, I don't want that. I really don't want meningitis. Not to be a whiny complainer, but I don't want meningitis. Yup. 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 And again, they got better at it for like a week. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Just wonderful. Just wonderful. Oh my god, my cat. She's being so cute over there. Doo 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 doo. And like, there's a couple forms of meningitis. I don't know if the one I was exposed to was the viral one or the bacterial one, because you can't catch the bacterial one unless you like do some really weird stuff. But the things that I do in the ER are not, I'm not going to be exposed in that way. Yeah. 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 There's got to be a better way for them to handle that. Because, like I said, it makes total sense that somebody that works in the ER isn't going to stop and think about a tiny poster to put up on the wall to make sure that we know to put on gloves before getting into the room. Because the people in the ER themselves don't have time to put on gloves before getting into the room. I think they do their best, but I'm sure in their mind, like, I'm exposed to all kinds of things and I've been fine. So I don't want to worry about this. Because, like, your brain just kind of deletes stuff once it gets used to it. And you don't think about other people's nonsense, which is totally fair. And so I really wanted to just, like, figure out a way that the ER could maybe change their process so it would be easier. But then that means that you are working in the ER and you already have this thing in place. And that means that you have to put in effort into changing that. And that's really hard. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm about to be put in charge of my the place that I work in, or at least in charge of the people that are under my title, that all have the same title as me in my department, and I'm scared because I'm scared. They're also only offering me like a 60-cent raise. Oh, I keep forgetting that this is happening. Because I don't, when I'm off of work, I don't think about work. I genuinely, like, she's gone. She's gone. I've done a lot of work to be able to do that. And I cannot believe that they're only offering me a 60-cent raise. But the thing is, it's not that I have to take this title, but it's the smarter move to take the title because I'm the most senior staff they have now. And I will be assigned those roles whether I'm getting paid to or not. So I'm going to just take the role. I am going to speak to HR first, see if they can swing anything else. I'm going to see if that can happen. But I will be taking the role either way. And everybody that's asking me, I'm like, yeah, no, I need to talk to HR first. Because that's going to put me under significant stress. Because working in a hospital is kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It's kind of freaking crazy. Definitely speak to HR. Yeah, I'm planning on it. It's been, I guess my supervisor was going to do it. And now I'm like, I'll do it for you. And now I'm like, Oh, I just did that thing that I do sometimes. Sometimes when I don't know where this is from, why my brain does this. Every now and then, my brain decides that I didn't say the thing that I just said correctly, so I have to say it again so that I said it right. And usually it just happens internally, but yo, this time I did it in front of you, so that's cool. It doesn't happen very often, but it is something my brain does. Fun. I'm sure it'll be great, but that pay sucks. Yeah, yeah. I kind of plan on making this department my bitch, because I know how. I know how to play the games that they play, um, but my intellect is not free, so we'll figure that out. That pay is awful. Isn't that awful to be put in charge of a department? Isn't that awful? That's crazy. Crazy. But the thing that I'm anticipating though is there's a few truths about this job, and there's a few things that I'm like, come on. Because we live in capitalism, there's a lot of things that I think about where I'm like, this is just corporate shit and I can't stand this. And I also hate bureaucracy. I hate bureaucracy with my entire ass. Um, I cannot describe to you my loathing for bureaucracy. But because I work in a hospital, it's all bureaucracy. Um, it's an ADHD thing. That makes sense. That makes sense. I have wondered if I should get analyzed for OCD as well. Because oh, hold on. It's really windy and it's like, it's making my legs swollen. But anyway, I think that this happens every time. I'm so sorry. I really do think that I should get analyzed for ADHD first, maybe. I'm not sure. Sorry, I ruined everything. I was concerned, well, not concerned, but I was thinking that maybe I had autism for a while because of the way that my brain works socially. But turns out those are also ADHD things too. So it might just be ADHD. And you know what? That's okay. Why can't I get this to stay? I'm sorry. I drop you guys every single time. Every single time. Ah! Oh my god. Sorry. Hope you're along for the ride. This is probably cool, isn't it? It's probably pretty neat. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm sure you're having a great time. There we go. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shut my other window now. Oh, okay. Wonderful. I'm back. Nothing wrong with a little bruise, yeah. Fair enough. Thanks. Oh my god. Dude, my hair. I cannot stand my haircut right now. I don't know what to do with it. I really want to grow my mullet back because I had a really excellent mullet for a while. I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. It's like almost a mullet. But I also have, it's weird, it's a mullet, but it's also, I also have an undercut. But the undercut is slightly grown out. I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts about my hair, but the things that I'm thinking about, I will have to grow out my hair a bunch, and so I'm just like in this limbo right now with my hair. Josh and the kiddos have ADHD. He told me that I had it, but the evals kept saying no, then got tested for autism. They may have had a point. Interesting. 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 Yeah, I don't know how any of that stuff works. I have a friend who is like, I mean, there's no way she's not autistic. She is now diagnosed. But when she was evaluated, they were like, no, we don't have autism. But like all of the things that she does, I'm like, of course she has autism. Are you kidding me? And now she is diagnosed because they got a better evaluator, but I think that those things are really interesting. But I also don't know, like, would a diagnosis benefit me? Actually, no, it would. A diagnosis would benefit me because I would like to have words for what I'm experiencing. Oh my god, there's a bunny outside. Just got done talking about ADHD. Anyway, but look at him. You can't look at him. I can't show him to you. I'm going to drop you again. But there's a bunny outside, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, there's a lot of cottontails around where I live, and I'm a huge fan of it. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. There's also a baby bunny in the yard this morning. It's like that big. I love it. So good. I want to cut my hair, just shave it off again. It's down to my butt. Dude, yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, I used to have hair that long, and I cut it all off. I will never go back. I will never go back. I hate it when my hair is touching my face. I hate it. So, fair. I get that. But it's also like a huge thing to go from hair that long to none. My hair is a great color. Oh, thanks. It's only sort of natural. It's enhanced slightly. Nice earrings. Thank you. They look like the little green circles. My bunnies are eating breakfast right now. Also, I hate cutting my hair. Yeah. Yep. Cutting the hair. It's a bummer. The haircut I have right now, it's not styled very well. If it was styled better, I couldn't get this side to match this side. It's doing this weird middle part thing. I don't know. But it's I don't know. It doesn't matter. What was I gonna say? Oh, I did this myself. This current cut that I have going on. What is this? Dude, I don't even know. I don't know. It's bad. Oh, okay. Anyway. Easier to maintain. That's fair. That makes sense to me. I just hate the feeling of it on me. I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I'm gonna delete this file. I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, what is even this? Looks like it might rain. I hope it rains. That would be cool. What is the weather like for y'all? What's cooking? I spent like 4 hours outside editing this video earlier. Oh, I'm getting into face-up territory. Okay, so that's where I can stop. 85, rainy. Nice. Nice. Today it is, I think it was 70 earlier. It might have cooled off a little bit more. Currently. Okay, where's the footage where I do the Mr. Super Clear? I'm missing that information. Also, I have had this issue this whole time where I've had a hard time trying to figure out why things aren't importing in order. I have since figured out how to import things in order. I don't know why. Oh! Oh, yes. Okay, this makes sense. Oh, I found it. Okay, cool. Anyway, I don't know why my editor is forcing me to do that. I have to, like, I don't know if any of you edit videos, so how do I explain this to somebody who, like, doesn't know? Not because you're dumb, but because not everybody knows that shit. When you have an editor, there's, like, a pool of all your files, and then there's like a track where you lay them all out. And then the pool of things should match where you imported it from, essentially. This particular editor does not. It imports completely, it does not import in order. But I have found that if I select it from my files and then put it on the actual track, it'll import onto the track in order. Don't know why, but that's cool. Rained when I got home from work, but now it's mostly clear skies. Nice, nice. Hell yeah. Patio garden. Nice. That sounds fantastic. Ramona's partner is getting into doll makeovers. Nice. That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Fun plants. Yeah, what kind of plants? What kind of plants? What kind of plants are we talking about? Oh, that's where that went. Okay, well, I screwed myself over doing that, but that's okay. Now I've learned how that works. So that's okay. That's all right. Not a big deal. Oh, okay, so there's sections of this that I don't have to redo, because they turned out fine. They like stayed in my editor for whatever reason. Because I really had duplicates of everything. So whatever was, I don't know, whatever I selected that was not in use, I guess, is what stayed. Don't know. Chives, bell peppers, and tomatoes. Catgrass. Nice, that's fun. I used to, last year, I grew a bunch of peas. It was very fun. I had really good results with my peas last year. Good stuff. Okay, do I also have her hairstyle? Because if I don't, I'm gonna have to re-import that section, but I don't want to do it here. Oh, I don't have to re-edit her hair. Fantastic. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's great news. Oh, that means I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done. Holy shit. Oh, God. Going to be healing. Absolutely. Yeah, we have, I can see them right now. We have strawberries down there. Eee. Strawberries. Garden is almost all elephant ears. Oh, that's fun. Just planted a bunch of flowers and I'm gonna replant my passion fruit. Ooh! Salads, bunny greens. Nice. I love that. I love that. Nice. That's good shit. Okay, so I do not need this file because I already have it on here. You guys, I'm literally almost done. I almost got a strawberry plant. What I want, I'm gonna look it up right now. I might buy one right now. What I really want is one of those terracotta pots with the slots in it for strawberries. You know what I'm talking about? Strawberry. Planter. Pot. Okay. So I just tried those white strawberries from Japan. Ooh, yes. So, I used to work, I miss that job so much. I used to work in a strawberry research facility. I made a video about it. Some of you might know, but I don't expect you to know. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted at what I was looking at. What was I gonna say? Oh yes, if you get strawberries like from the store, if you take off the seeds from the plant, you can grow things from them. So if you want those white strawberries, if you get more, take the seeds off of them and you can propagate them. If you put them in a like a damp paper towel and just wait for them to sprout a little bit, and then you can plant them in like little starter planters, little guys like that. Um, you can grow them. Under certain laws, it's not that legal to do. Um, but you can. As long as you're not selling them, you're fine. But if you want, it's an option. Okay. I want one of these big, here I'll show you, one of these big terracotta pots with multiple levels and these little pockets. Yes, that's exactly what I want. Hold on, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you. Let's see here. Boop. Oh, I'm just gonna take you off the thing because the tripod is, oh my god. Ow, I just pinched my finger. Okay, that's what they look like. Those little planters, but they're really expensive. Like that one's nearly $800. I don't know about you, but I do not have $800 for a strawberry planter. I'm allowed to grow wheat here. I don't really think Guam really cares what I grow. So I said that because technically, and it's not like the only way they would find this out is if the distributor of the plant did genetic testing on your plant to find out that it was the same plant as theirs that they grew, that they developed, and that you were also selling them for profit. The only way that would happen, the only way you could get in legal trouble for that is that way. Especially if they are a breed that like these producers like bred themselves. But of course, the only way that would happen is if somebody really was like, hey man, what the fuck are these strawberries doing? Where are they from? Which nobody's gonna ask you, so it doesn't matter. But I do think it's interesting to talk about because certain crops are considered intellectual property in some cases. I had to sign a lot of NDAs when I worked in the facility that I worked. Like a lot of NDAs. Yes. Grew weed for about 10 years. I miss it. I have not smoked a whole lot. I've not, hold on, what am I trying to say? I've not indulged in very much weed, but I did try it a couple times just because, like, why not? And, okay, I do need this footage. Okay, cool. And I do kind of miss that, but then I started doing a high cardio sport, and I couldn't do smoking anymore, and edibles made me freak out, but I do miss that. Yeah. And now I get drug tested, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, the bug is back. It's a bumblebee. It's about that big. There's a fat bee. It's a fat bee. It's really cute. I really like bumblebees. Do any of y'all have a favorite bug? because I really like bugs. Um, and I'm curious if any of y'all also really like bugs. I like bees. They hate me. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You seem like one of those people that's like super allergic to bees. Am I correct? Am I reading that accurately? That feels like an insult somehow, but I promise it's not. Just with the other things that I know about you, it's probably statistically probable that you are very allergic to bees. I should start saying that to people. You look like you're deathly allergic to bees. I don't really know if that's a good insult, but to me, it's funny and weird enough that it's like, huh? I don't know. I like insults that are stupid. I like the banana spiders that help keep the ants and roaches out. Yes, super allergic. It checks out. I was not wrong. I wasn't wrong. I guess I didn't realize that banana spiders did that, but of course they do. I guess I just never considered like that the banana spiders. Okay. Do they habitually like just as a species hang out on bananas? Because it's an ideal uh, habitat for them, or are they placed there as like pest control for people that grow bananas? You know what I'm talking about? How does that work? Good question. Not sure that I do. That's fair. Not everybody thinks about bugs that much, but I do. Um, I also really like June bugs. They're these fat beetles that they I don't know if it's the fact that they don't have good eyesight or they like can't control themselves very much. Butterflies are considered bugs. They sure are. Those are insects. For show. For show. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I was in the middle of a thought. It's gone. It's just gone. It's okay. The impact of I was talking about June bugs. Thank you. The impact of June bugs. Yeah, they just like run into shit. It's so funny. And then they fall down, and then they're on their back, and they like can't escape. Which probably isn't that funny, but it's a little bit funny. I like June bugs a whole lot. Okay. Do 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 do. Everybody's falling in love, I'm falling behind. Just realized that my angle is bad. Hi. Do 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 do. What? Okay, don't need that footage. Don't need this footage. Oh, this is awesome. I'm just like deleting stuff that I don't have to edit because it's already on here and it's already taken care of. Ah! Yay! Such great news. Oh, did I already have, I guess I'll find that later. Banana tree would be cool. I've never been to Guam, but maybe I should start. Because you know what they say. There's so much Guam out there. Yeah, it seems like it would be cool. I can't remember if I was talking about this earlier. I don't know. I haven't traveled much as an individual. Um, uh, and I've never seen the ocean. Multitasking is hard. uh, Hold on, I'm gonna do this and then I'll keep talking to you. I'll keep talking about Guam in a second. Sorry. I have to get rid of this really quick. And then I have to get rid of... No, this has to move. Okay, great. Okay, you sound a lot like Josh. That's why he joined the Navy. I sound a lot like Josh? Interesting. um, what the hell was I talking about? Hold on. I was talking about Guam. I was talking about Guam. I have not seen the ocean, and I've decided that this year is the year that I see the ocean. Finally, I have a cousin who lives in San Diego, and so I'm gonna go visit her sometime this summer. I'm not really sure. Um, he had never been out of Colorado and Wyoming. Yeah, no, I've never been out. Well, I've been out of Wyoming. I've been some more places now. Furthest I've gone is West Virginia, but oh my god, I loved it there. That place was really, really magical. Oh, I love West Virginia. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I suppose if you join the military, that is like a good way to be able to travel. Definitely, that makes sense. I know lots of people that have been in the military who have been all over the place. All over the place. But I don't think that I would do well in that environment. At all. Not sure. Okay, somebody said hi and I did not say hi back. Hello, caption. Flash Kip. Mm-hmm. Hi. Good to see you. I'm happy that you're here. How's it going? How's it going? I think I've been to 47 out of 50 states. Not sure. For sure not Alaska. That's fair. We might be going for the roller derby team. We might be going to Alaska sometime. We were invited. What's really interesting about people from Wyoming is they move to and from Alaska often. And I don't know what that is, or if that's just like a small demographic that I know of. That's people that have moved either from or to Alaska, from or to Wyoming. But it's a thing. It's a thing. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like here is basically Alaska during the winter. Not this winter, but usually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we might go to Alaska for a derby game, which would be cool. Hold on, what's the elevation in Alaska? I don't know where we would be going. Hold on. I remember them saying Anchorage. They were from Anchorage. Yes. Okay. I always look up the elevation in... Yes, that's them. Ridge City. Yep. I remember them. What's the ranking? I'm just curious. Anyway, whenever we go to... Whenever we travel, I look up the elevation because I want to know how good my cardio is going to be there, because my cardio is much higher because of the elevation that I live at. We live really, really high. Whenever I play somewhere that's a lower elevation, I can go much harder and for much longer, and I recover really, really well. Alaska elevation. Do. I wonder do they measure elevation from? Like, what point of the Earth do they measure elevation from? Because we're 7,500 feet up where I live. And Anchorage is 1,000, so that's really low. Compared to us. Interesting. Anyway, this is not the task at hand. I just needed an intellectual side quest. Anyway. It makes sense that they're at sea level because it's Alaska. I hate snow and I'm not fond of mountains. Oh, interesting. I do live on a mountain, but one like Pikes Peak. Yeah. That's interesting. I feel like I don't hear that from people very often. Well, but I also live in like mountain areas, so that makes sense that I don't demographically hear that because people like it. Moving from mile high to sea level was weird. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, because you guys were at Denver for a while. I love playing teams at lower elevation. We went to, and this isn't even that crazy of a jump, but we went to Idaho, a couple summers ago, and I could have gone forever. It was awesome. But also the team we played wasn't very skilled. Which is not to say that like they were a bad team, it's just to say that we were at different levels. We beat them by 200 points. They were a more fresh team, and they were the B team. When we got there, the A team was playing before us, and they were more at our level, and we were watching them, and we were like, what's the B team going to be like? Because we should be playing this team right now. A lot of teams, for those that don't know, I'm talking about roller derby. A lot of teams since COVID have like completely rebuilt. So a lot of teams are like resetting their skill levels because we have to. Like our team has completely done that. We have re-ranked ourselves. We're currently considered, I think, like 72 nationally, which is not bad. But I also don't know. I don't know if our ranking currently is that accurate because we haven't played very many teams since COVID. We have, but we haven't. Because we are in a kind of small area, we kind of play the same teams over and over again. So our ranking kind of stays the same. Anyway, do you compete all over the states? We compete with whatever we have the budget to do, because we're all like, volunteers in this situation. Not all of us can afford to travel that much. And so if we get invited to somewhere, we try to go, but we can't always afford it. So yes and no. We haven't traveled super far yet. The furthest we've gone as a team, as far as like, as during the time that I've been part of the team, has been Idaho. A couple summers ago, we were slated to play in Iceland a couple years ago, but something happened with that. I can't remember. And then the people that organized that trip are no longer associated with the team anymore. So I don't know. But yeah, we try to, like, if we're invited to play somewhere, we try really hard to go make sure that we can. Because certain teams, the way that it works is a lot of teams will reach out to each other if we see that we're ranked similarly, so that we can like have an even match to play each other. So sometimes we'll get an email from a team in a strange place. Yeah, we're playing New Mexico, a New Mexico team, in a couple months, which is kind of exciting because we invited them, which is fun. I forgot about that. I forgot that we're playing them. That's cool. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And we now have enough people on the team that we can afford to kind of swing higher commitment stuff, because we have enough people to like stretch out to go places, which is cool. I spilled coffee all over my coffee PJs. Shucks. It's where it belongs, I guess. Fun roller derby teams here. Hold on. Guam roller derby. I want to know what their ranking is. I really want us to play Nebraska because we have done all of the like tri-state area except Nebraska. We go to Colorado all the time, but never Nebraska. Guam roller derby. Am I dumb? Roller derby in Guam. Pacific roller derby? Does that sound familiar? Ocean State roller derby? Pacific roller derby? Hold on. I don't know what's happening. There's so much Guam, I can't find it. Women's flag. Let's just go to the WFDA website. No results for Guam? What the hell? Okay, sort by country? Am I dumb? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Sort by country. Okay, Argentina. Oh my god. Why can't I find any Guam? This website is crazy. I think I hate it. There's Appalachian roller derby. Ann Arbor, lots of U.S. teams. Wow. Some of these, Inland Empire, we played them one time. They're from California. I guess we didn't play them, we played with them. Like, they came and joined us. There's Tampa, we played them before. Treasure Valley, we've played them before. That was super fun. It's kind of cool to see, we should go to Salt Lake, too. Cool, cool, cool. Some of these graphics are really cool. Some of them are really bad. Why is that? Interesting. I'm not seeing any Guam teams, but the website that I'm looking at is the like official WFDA Derby League website, and so if they'll only be listed on this website if they're associated with WFDA. Um, anyway, could have also been a military thing. Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's true. Hmm. There's a Honolulu team. They look cute and fun. This is not the task at hand, but I kind of don't care. I kind of don't care. Wow, she's beautiful. Anyway. Also, her derby name is Venus Thigh Trap. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not seeing Ocean State Derby. A lot of roller derby teams have like all of their skaters listed out with pictures. So that's what I'm looking at. Ocean State. Where are they? Rhode Island. Okay. Not quite. Interesting. But why wouldn't there be roller derby in Guam? That's the question. Why wouldn't there be? Hmm? Hmm? I guess there's not. I guess I'll buy. Lame. Cute. Interesting. Anyway, this is not the task at hand. I just wanted to know more things about Guam, I guess. Can you blame me? No, you can't. Okay, back to the game. I would like to be done with this by 5:30. I can do that. I can do that. Hello. Hello. How are you? What you doing? Okay. Now that I'm locking back in, uh, what was everybody's favorite part of their day? What was everybody's least favorite part of their day? This is how I like to connect with people. Because then you kind of know what people's lives have looked like for the last like 24 hours or so. What time is it there now? Right now it is 4:45. I'm almost done with all this stuff. Okay, so I have to re-import the bit where I'm curling the hair. Not a big deal. And then I think I'll have to re-import the bit where I'm making her glasses too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cherry pick this a little bit. That's okay. Also, what time zone is everybody in? What y'all doing? Hey, what time is it in Guam right now? Huh? What time is it in Guam right now? I want to know. The people would like to know. It's me. I'm people. Doink. Okay. Don't want that. Don't want that or that or that or that yet. For those just jumping in, 8:48 Sunday morning. You're living in the future right now. Whoa, that's cool. You guys, Marissa, cooler than all of you. Just so you know. Just so you know. Nice. That's cool as hell. Favorite part of my day, tied between getting off work and going to the market. Nice. Not sure if I have had a least favorite part. That's fine. 6:49 here. Oh, word. Okay. Nice. Lady Intrigue, if you don't mind, obviously you don't have to share. What area are you from? Um, I feel like we're in similar. We're in kind of similar time zones. Interesting. Obviously, you do not have to share. That is not something you do not have to tell me. Yes. Yes. Ooh, my legs. My legs. Hmm. You know how I said earlier that um, in the future we get strawberry sandos for Ricky? Great. I love that. Is that what my future looks like? I would love that. My future, tomorrow morning, my future looks like in Michigan. There's a time zone between us. Oh, yes. Okay. That makes sense. I was just curious. Why did this import like this? This is weird as hell. I don't want that. I don't want that footage. Get out of here. Oh, I was talking about my future. My Mother's Day gift, nice. Deserved also. Okay, this is out of order. No, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Shut up. Don't even. What was the best part of my day, other than bunnies and bees? The worst. This sounds like shit to say, but the worst part of my day was when I woke up, and my throat hurt a little bit, and I was like, shit. But it feels fine now, mostly. Yeah, there's like a little funkiness, but just barely. I don't know. Weird. Um, yeah. Best part of my day was hanging out in the sunshine. That was a good time. That was great. I love that. I feel fine now. Super strange how that happens. Okay, this. Oh, don't need that. Now I'm editing bits of the hair. Yay! Yay! I really want chocolate. I think I might. Oh, I was going to talk about what I was doing tomorrow morning. I keep forgetting. No, I was talking about being evaluated for ADHD earlier. Um, you know? You know how I was talking about that earlier? Anyway, um, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., I am choosing to go out to assist the Derby team, and we participate in what's called like cleanup day every year. And so we're gonna go out and we're gonna pick up trash. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Worst part of yesterday was randomly waking up and thinking, I still haven't watched Percy Jackson season 2. I'm a failure, and then laughing because that's ridiculous. Fair enough. That is a little bit ridiculous. Like, I haven't sat on my ass for 7 hours yet today. That's horrendous. It's funny. I get it, though. I get it. Whoa. Looks like my live rebooted itself slightly. It's because I have terrible service. Nice. Are you a morning person? I have learned how to be a morning person. Um, because I work full time, I would rather be doing this full time, but I can't do this full time. So I get up pretty early in the morning to do this every day. Um, so I have forced myself into being a morning person, but I'm not naturally a morning person. Marissa says, God, no. That's fair. I am capable of being a morning person if I have a reason to be, but generally, not really. I need that time to get pleasant. Yeah, I get that. It takes me about an hour to get as you say, pleasant. Takes me a minute. And not even pleasant, but just like cognitively functional. Takes me about an hour to adjust to being awake. And what I've learned about myself is that I really, really enjoy a bit of alone time first thing in the morning. So I also like take some time to do that. The show. Yeah, I try to get up at about 5:30 sometimes. I haven't been doing great at that recently. My little brain is recovering from a lot of things right now, so I'm having a hard time getting into a rhythm again. And I'm just trying to like allow myself to get back to the balance that I had previously. I was doing really, really well at some structure there for a while. I would get up, edit videos, and then study for an hour, and then go to work. But I am having a hard time getting to sleep recently, which is okay. I'm just giving myself the permission to be a little bit not balanced right now because I'm going through some stuff, which is a-okay. We all gotta deal with shit. I used to wake my kids up with a news report. That's fair. That's funny. I feel like when I was in high school, my mom would try really hard to get us up at certain times. And for whatever reason, in high school, I had and I think the brain is meant to do this during high school years, like developmentally, I think it's pretty normal. Because your brain needs a little bit more rest during that period of growth and development. But I could not get up earlier than like noon in high school. And I think it pissed my mom off all the time. Because she tried really hard to get us like awake at a decent time, and I never could. Teens need sleep like toddlers. Yeah. Yeah. Very much so. And I think people don't really... Yeah, because your whole brain like rewires itself just like a toddler does. Yeah. I appreciate that you honor that. Because like eventually it sorts itself out. Like I could not, now that I'm where I'm at, not only just in my life structurally, but I could not do that anymore. Getting up at noon, no. Unless I was like sick or something. Absolutely not. You couldn't pay me to do that. Well, no, you could pay me to do that. You could absolutely pay me to do that. But I don't necessarily want to. My mom trying to wake me as a kid. My source of our issues, dude, that's fair. That's fair. Well, I think it sucks too that like the public school system is like not built around kiddos' brains in that way. But, you know, they don't care, obviously. I also refuse to force them to do homework when they got home from school. Yeah, for sure. No, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. I always said that, like, do your kids do school at home currently? I'm picking up on that vibe. Yeah, I think, yes, I think so. What was I gonna say? Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, I don't ever know if I will have kids. I don't know if that's an ambition that I have. I know that if I had kids, I'm very capable of being a decent parent, but I don't know if that's like looking forward in my life. I'm like, my goal is to have children. That's not true for me, but I know that if I had kids, I wouldn't be upset at all if my life were to lead to that situation, I wouldn't be upset by it. Um, anyway, but I don't know how I feel about schooling, because I know that I wouldn't want to homeschool my kids the same way that I was homeschooled, at least in certain aspects. But I also don't think, like, I don't think that public school is very good for people. But I also know that, like, when you know that you're raising your kids to end up in a system of some kind, you should prepare them to be part of that system. And I never experienced that. I was never prepared to be part of it. And I think that that's a really common thing for people, whether they're homeschooled or not. Like, I think that that's just kind of a universal experience, is that nobody's prepared to be just thrust into the system that we have in place. But I know certainly that a lot of my dysregulation as a human comes from having to go to work. Not only because, and again, that's also, I think, a universal experience, but my nervous system is literally not attuned to leaving my house for that long. That's crazy. I don't think I'll ever get used to that, because I was never conditioned for the 9 to 5 like everybody else's kids were. So that's interesting. Anyway, what you say? My parents forgot they had a fourth kid. Ramona's in college now, but Luke is homeschooled. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you have a third older kid? I thought you had 3. Am I dumb? Obviously I'm not dumb, but am I remembering wrong? Is it just 2? Because I do think homeschooling is pretty great. Like, it's pretty solid. But I also know that I want my kids to be prepared for where they're going to end up. Because it was jarring as hell to move into this system all of a sudden. Oh, maybe that's why I think that. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. That makes sense. Cool, cool. Unrelated. No, what was I gonna say? There was something in my brain. There's nothing in my brain now. It's gone. It's gone forever. Shucks. Anyway, I think I'm getting a little bit hungry. My brain is like, hey dude. Ah. When are you gonna give me something? I need some carbs. Give me a minute, little brain. Love you lots. I got stuff to do really quick. I'm almost done. I'm literally so close to being done with this. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and holding me accountable while I do this. Of course, y'all are not necessarily holding me accountable, but I am holding myself accountable via you, and I appreciate that. And I'm almost done. I'm literally almost done. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And then I can do the audio. Oh, I really want to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow's really busy. Unless tomorrow's not busy, because my parents are supposed to be in town tomorrow to visit, but also if anything, I'm hindering your work. Not really at all, actually. I mean, maybe a little bit, because you keep talking about Guam for some reason. Just kidding. I'm not upset at that at all. I like learning about how much Guam is in Guam. You know what I mean? Because there's so much Guam. There's so much. Nobody ever talks about it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my parents were supposed to be in town tomorrow, but my mom texted me, and I guess my dad isn't feeling that great. So we'll have to figure it out. If they don't come, I will be doing my audio tomorrow. Yeah. Great. Yes. I don't know why why it keeps asking me that. I need to, it's doing that thing where it's like, do you want to change your settings because meh? And I'm like, no, I don't actually. I don't want to do that at all. I also hope my dad feels better. Apparently he also woke up with a weird sore throat. So I don't know. Silly. You know how I said that I kind of fixed, is this for the short or long form video? This is the long one. This is the big boy. The big thick guy. Yeah, it's almost done. I have also, the last time I had this edited, it was like 45 minutes long. I don't know what I did different this time, but it's only 20. I halved the length of the video. I don't know what that's about. But it worked out, so it's okay. Oh, this video. There's a clip on here where I, like, filmed. The way I do it is I will, like, film the part that's the most crucial, and then I'll turn off my camera and, like, finish it and then show the finished result. I was attempting to do that with this clip, but I completely forgot to turn off my camera, or I thought I hit the button and it didn't work either way. And so it's like 15 minutes of footage that doesn't need to exist. I think it's funny. Let's see here. And yeah, it's just like blank. It's like 15 minutes of no movement, just blank, dumb stuff. It's really funny. Good stuff. Okay. Okay. Dude, my cats were really cute. She's sitting on the couch back there. Hold on. That's her. I don't know if you can see her. Can I zoom in? Ooh. So peaceful. So sweet. I knew that was gonna happen. Sorry. Oh god. Anytime I adjust this thing, because my phone case is just a little bit thick. Just a little bit too thick for this little clampy thing. Laundry day is tomorrow. Fair enough. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop you. I'm sorry. I should be paying your medical bills. Why the hell is this so out of order? What the hell just happened? I thought I fixed this problem. Oh, it's because I selected them out of order. That makes sense. Oh dear. Ah, this is making my life harder. What will I have for dinner? Probably sandwich. The only thing I have as far as food goes right now is stuff to make sandwiches with. That's all I have. I went on a trip and I was like, I needed to grocery shop, but I was like, I'm gonna be out of town for like 3 days, so I don't want to buy a bunch of groceries. And then I haven't repaired my stock of things yet, so all I have is sandwich stuff. Which, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I just also don't have any snacks. So, it's fine. And I don't know about you, but I thrive on snacks. Okay, this is what I want. I need this to be in the front. And then I need, this to be over here. And then I need this. No, I need this. One of my strawberry buns is filled with a strawberry red bean paste. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Rice, tofu, and ramen. I mean, that's pretty good. I need to get some more. I'm gluten-free, so I can only get certain types of ramen, but I need to get more because I miss that. Gluten-free ramen's not as cheap as normal ramen, though. More questions about Guam since you keep bringing it up, Marissa. Can't believe you. Is Guam really expensive like how Hawaii is expensive because everything's imported? Shockingly, they have so much ramen here. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god, this is so out of order. This is annoying. Ugh. I can power through. It'll be fine. I've done worse. I've done worse. Let's go. I can power through. This will be okay. I'm just a little bit over it. But this is helping me, like, at least have fun while I'm doing this. So I appreciate y'all's presence. This is good stuff. I might try to always live stream when I'm doing, like, long editing. They say that when you live stream, you're supposed to, like, do it consistently, but I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. I hope this is at least a little bit entertaining for people. I don't know how cool it is watching somebody, like, yell at their computer, but, you know. Y'all are still here, so it must be at least somewhat cool. Yes, my grocery bills were nearly $2,000. I'll never complain again. Dear God, I'll never complain again. I was upset the other day when I had to spend $100 on. I mean, $100 for 2 weeks worth of groceries is a lot, but $2,000? That makes me want to vomit. Just got your electric bill down to $5.50. Okay, I'll never complain again. I will never complain again. Never mind. Never mind. But of course, I am, you know, single income, so that makes a difference too. Of course, you might also be single income. Anyway. Interesting. Yikes. Yeah, and I'm 23, so, like, everything is scary. $5.50? Dude, my electric is... I don't even know what my electric is right now. But it used to be... I was mad when it would get above 50. That's crazy. And it was above 50 often because the insulation in that little house that I used to live in was so awful. But right now I don't really pay for electric, so that's nice. Getting back into working though. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Having a little bit of a schedule is nice. Oh yeah, that's right. You had that job that was a bunch of bitches to you. I remember that now. Government gives. That's good. I'm glad. There is something to be said for military benefits sometimes. Not always, but my God. God bless the VA, to be honest. Whoa. When I visit with patients who are VA, sometimes they'll tell me like the way that they're, that's really weird, why is it doing that? Medications are covered through the VA, like almost completely. And I love that. I love hearing it when patients are like, yeah, I don't have to pay for any of this shit, which is awesome. Because nobody who has been put in that position for our country should have to honestly do shit at all. I don't know. Glad I don't pay for medication or procedures. Yeah, I love that. That's so good. I love that. I see the billing process happen all day at my job, and it's OHA allowance picks for good. I'm glad. But still, I'm sure you see that money and you're like, I wish I could just have that. Yeah. Overseas housing allowance, yeah. But I do hope that like things are more or less covered and your kids are doing well. I know that like oh, hi Crispy. Hello. I want to do, oh, not that. Oh, you can't do that on this one. Never mind. I'm thinking about the way that TikTok does their lives where you can like put little sparkles. Can't do that on this one. That's fine. I guess I'll die. Or maybe that's Instagram. I'm not sure. Can't do it on this one. Which is fine. There's this footage of just my cat crawling over my stuff. Oh, speaking of... I knew it. Those spoiled brats, yeah, they're good. Those amazing kids. I'm sure you have. Raised some really fantastic little kiddos. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Not to gas you up, however. I'm sure your kids are great. This footage that I filmed is really awkward. It's footage of me taking apart the glasses, and it's really awkward. It's filmed at a really bad angle. I'm gonna post it anyway because I don't really care, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, nobody should see me from that angle. It's really bad. I look dumb. I look really dumb. It's funny. And my cat's in the way too. It's funny. Oh, fun. So pretty. Sorry, I was looking at my cat. She's pretty. I like her. She's very sleepy right now. Right now is sleepy time for her. Why did this import out of order? You know what? I'm gonna stop asking that question. It just did. Let's just handle it. It's fine. Don't want that footage. Get out of here. Don't want that footage. Get out of here. Yes, this is what I want. Don't want that. Get out of here. That's not what I wanted. Luke just decided to donate money to charity yesterday. He walked into a conversation about Josh and I's charity work so far this year. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. He was just like, you know what? That's a good idea. I love that. That's fantastic. I like it when people teach their kids to see other people's needs. And I like that. You're doing a good job. You're a good parent. Not enough moms get told that ever at all. Because being a mom is hard, and people just assume that, like, well, you're a woman, so you're just gonna do it. But that's not quite the case. It also matters that you have a good support system, so that's good too. Mm. Nice. Typhoon Relief, St. Jude. Nice. You know, you do what you can. I get it. I get it. I donate, there's like a children's toy fund here every year at Christmas. And it's not much, but I like to donate to that every time because while, yes, money might be a little bit more helpful for kids in that situation, I don't know, I feel like kids deserve presents at Christmas. So, I do that. Again, it's not much, but boop. Eventually, when I have more of a salary, I should do some more donating things. After I get raised more than 60 cents. That's where the remaining budget is going to, yeah. Yeah. Well, plus you have kiddos of your own, so that's very understandable. I hope this is right. I'll go back and fix it later if it's not. Trust me for that. Yo, I'm running out of steam. I am running out of steam. I'm a little bit hungry. And my brain knows that I'm almost done. And so it's like, when's it gonna be done? Next year I can say I just have adults. That is crazy. That must be weird as a mom who's had, you know, little kids forever. And now they're not little kids anymore. Makes sense. Okay, delete that. Ooh, I'm so close though. Ooh, I'm so close. I don't like the look of that, but I'll figure that out later. I'm not quite sure how to fix that. Yay! Almost done, almost done. Just keep going, it's gonna be alright. Almost done, almost done. Just keep doing the thing. It'll get done in a minute because you're doing the thing. Don't stop now or you're gonna be sad. Don't stop now so that you can get glad. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time. I'm a superstar. Da 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 da. Defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car. A racing Oh, oh, racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. Go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 100 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm waiting for YouTube to be like, copyright. Copyright. Don't do that. It'd be funny. Anyway. Wait. Oh no, that does make sense. Yeah? It is almost sandwich time. Oh my god, let's go. I am thinking about something. So, I was invited to go out with coworkers this evening, but I have a brain where I'm like, I don't know how to explain this to my coworkers. I should probably just say it because I kind of feel bad about it, but I also kind of don't. I don't want to spend extra time with my coworkers than I have to, because I don't like bridging the gap between coworker and buddy. I don't like it. I don't think it's good for me. Yeah, anyway. And I was invited to go out to a movie this evening, but I'm not gonna, which I have every right to not do. However, I want to go to a movie tonight anyway. That was kind of my plan this evening anyway. And so I'm wondering how I avoid them. But of course, also, I'm an adult. I'm allowed to have plans that are other than, that are, not going to movies with coworkers. Because I don't want to. I don't want to, and I think that that's reasonable. But everybody at my workplace takes everything so personally. It's crazy. I haven't been to, like, 3 of my coworkers had babies within, like, 6 months of me working there. I didn't go to any of the baby showers because I was like, I don't know you guys. I've known you guys 6 months. I would have gone to one of them, but I had something else planned. Yeah, the only thing that there was also a bridal shower, didn't want to go to. I didn't go. Backing out of plans is self-care. Dude, sometimes it is. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's completely fine. I just feel guilty when I don't follow through on stuff. I also didn't agree to go. So they shouldn't expect me to be there because I'm not gonna. Oh my god, you guys. I'm so close to being done. Okay, so that part is done. That part is done. That part is done. That part's good. That part's good. Great, great, great. Okay, so it's almost 5:30. I'm almost done. I just have to edit the bit with the notebook and the pencil, and that's it. And then, oh, and the tote bag. And then it will be over. Not over, but all of the footage will be where it needs to. We do have 2 theaters here. I have to figure out what theater they're at so that I don't get questioned. I also am not, feeling my best, and so I think it's fair that I don't hang out with them. That doesn't... I don't know. I don't know. I do feel like I have to come up with an excuse, but I don't have to have an excuse. I'm a goddamn adult. I don't need to be telling them my business. I have a hard time with that. I feel like I owe people stuff a lot of the time. Which, I don't know. Eventually, I'm going to stop feeling bad for saying no. I think one of my coworkers was genuinely super pissed off when I didn't go to her bridal shower. I'm not really sure. The next day, she was really, really cold with me. And I have no idea if it had anything to do with me or if there was like something else going on. I'm going to choose to believe that there was something else going on because if she was upset about me not going to the bridal shower, she should just say it. There's probably something else going on. I don't know. Um, oh, that's what I'm afraid of. That's what it is. I know why it bothers me. Is because I don't want to be treated like that the next day when I decide to use my autonomy for good. You know? That's why I'm afraid of it. That's why I feel the need to explain myself because I don't want to be treated like that because my coworkers are weird. Not all of them are, but some of them are. I know it's been noticed that I don't show up to things. Um, I don't know. Also, as someone in a leadership role, that can be seen as fraternization. I'm trying to think of what you mean. Oh, like if I'm in a leadership role and I don't show up to things, you can't show favoritism. Oh, I never thought about that, but you're right. No, that's fair. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's fair. I don't like hanging out with coworkers outside of work. It can sometimes be okay. There's some coworkers that I would consider hanging out with, but for the most part, no. Um, these people have shown me that they like can't communicate very well. And I don't want that in my life. Not interested. Also, like contextually, um, as far as like the baby shower thing goes, if I were to be having a baby shower or a bridal shower, I would not be inviting coworkers. Coworkers are not invited, and so therefore I'm not going to go because it makes me uncomfortable, and that's fine. I'm allowed to feel that way. Mm. It doesn't make me a bad person. I'm convinced that they're going to think I'm a bad person though because I never show up to things. But here's the thing, I show up really hard at work where it matters, so I don't care. Boundaries are important, thank you. I don't like mingling personal life with professional life. I don't like it. My coworkers don't know a lot about me. There's one that knows a little bit about me because we, oddly enough, knew each other in middle school. Never thought that I would be working with him, you know, a decade and a half later. But still friends with an old coworker, but I still wouldn't mix those lives again. Yeah, I feel that. I have some friends that I got really close to um, that were previously coworkers, and we all became friends because our work was so awful, and we like needed a like refuse. That was crazy. We had this coworker who was like oh my god, I just had a seizure. Like sexually harassing one of us, and she like let in two or three of us on what was going on because um, no, this coworker was sexually harassing her specifically. Um, and she let in two or three of us on the situation because she was like, I need somebody to know because this is dangerous. Um, and then when she went to HR about it, they told her that she was gossiping and that she cannot tell or talk about it with anybody ever again, which is like isolation and weird as hell. So we ended up becoming really close friends, those like three of us that all experienced that. Um, yeah, that was weird as hell. And those people, I don't see them super often anymore, but I'm very, very, very close with those people. But that's different. Like, we were all in on the same thing at the time. This place is not like that. I don't need that from these people. What I need from these people is to spend as little time with them as possible. There's a few coworkers that I'm really, really solid with. But they all talk so much shit behind each other's backs that I'm like, I don't trust a single one of you at all. There's one of my coworkers, poor dude, I feel really, really bad for her. But it doesn't excuse the way that she behaves at work. Like, I cannot stand her. But I do feel bad for her. She only has, like, she's been in school, and hasn't really, well, has chosen, really, she's chosen not to find any, like, hobbies or anything. The only friends she has are at work. And so, oh, this footage is weird. I'm just gonna delete it. I don't want it. And so she literally will come to work and not clock in when she's not scheduled just to hang out. Bro, no. You could, no. No. She is the biggest gossip I've ever met as well. I can't be around it. And then as soon as it is sad because as soon as she leaves, they all talk shit about her, but she thinks that they are all really close friends. And I'm like, you have no idea what they say about you once you leave. You have no idea. And because I know that they do that to her, they do it to me also. They have to. There's no way they don't. So I just, like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it. It's really sad. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Well, and she comes in and she, like, interrupts us all working because she wants to hang out because she's lonely. But we're all like, dude, we have things to do. Like, shit just hit the fan because we work at a hospital and we have bigger fish to fry. And you're here just yapping about your IUD. She also is, like, a chronic oversharer, which in some cases, like, I really think that human vulnerability is a beautiful, wonderful thing, but I think there's a time and a place, and the workplace is not an environment for that. I love it when I am a space for people to, like, people that I'm really, really close with, to, like, express these troubles with. But work is not that space. Work is not that space. It just isn't. I don't know. I don't think that makes me unreasonable. I don't want to hear about how you think that your boyfriend can feel your IUD when you fuck. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want it. That's too much. Josh was hanging out with the captain. And now they think I'm morbid. I think I'm hanging out with coworkers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're really judgmental, and I don't know. It's weird. Or they can be. Not all of them are. There's a couple coworkers that I'm like, yeah, I like you. But I still wouldn't, like, bridge that gap between personal connection and professional connection. For me, it's bad. I don't like it. Especially at this place. I've had places where I didn't feel like that. And at this place, I very much do. Very much need to separate that. Yeah, it does weigh on me. It's a bummer. It's a fat bummer. Which is why, like, I don't want to go out and spend an evening with them. Because the other thing is, like, when you hang out with coworkers, the only thing you're going to talk about is work. I don't want to do that. I talk enough about work while I'm with you. I don't want to do that. I'm not interested. I'm interested in having a great team relationship with you, But I don't want to bridge that gap any more than that. Sorry, dude. I don't want it. And I think that logic really makes a lot of sense, personally. Because I don't want to think about work when I'm not at work. I don't. I leave it behind when I exit the door. It's gone. It's done. It's like date night when you have kids. You just talk about kids. That's why we game. We need something else. That makes a whole lot of sense. Um, I love that. I love that you figured out what kind of what works for that, because that does sound kind of hard to navigate as a couple. I always thought that about my parents, of like, when I was a kid, I don't think I have ever really seen them have a date night. Well, and that's extraneous circumstances, because there was stuff going on in my family my whole childhood that I won't share too much about, but also because I was homeschooled, like, they never got a break from us ever, which maybe they didn't need. I don't know. I know that they did, though, because it's me, and I know that they did. I know that they did need a break. I don't know. Gotta recharge the batteries. Yeah, fair. I'm not one, but I know it's important for parents to have non-parenting stuff. That makes sense. That makes sense. I am very, very impressed by the fact that my parents are as solid as they are, because, again, I won't share too much about it, but they went through some shit. And I never saw them do like date nights as a kid, and it makes sense that they didn't, given what was kind of going on. But I don't know. I don't want a break from kids, but I need them. We try to get. Yeah, fair enough. I think. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable way to say that. That makes sense. Um, yeah, and maybe things would have been better if they would have taken more breaks. I know that when things were kind of rocky with my family, my mom did force us to go to summer camp, because she was like, I don't know what's going to happen, and we just need some time. Um, which does make sense, and I'm glad my mom made that choice. I wish she had communicated it different, but it's okay. I'm also glad that she didn't, though, knowing what I know now. It's hard having people in your family that are sick, and how to navigate that, and how to talk about it with kids. It's hard, but it worked out. Yay! Guess what I just did? I just put in my last chunk of footage. It's done. It's done. Do I scrub through it really quick to make sure it's good, or do I leave it? Because I'm going to scrub through it again anyway when I do the audio, so I'm probably just going to leave it for now. But we are going to hit save to make sure that we're good there. I win. I win. Leave it, come back with fresh eyes. That's great advice. I love that. There is no shame in bailing. There's no shame in being like, I've looked at it long enough. I've literally spent probably like 12 hours on this today. I woke up at 7:30, started at like 9, and it's 6 p.m. It's sandwich time. It is indeed sandwich time. Thank you for hanging out with me. This has made this situation much more tolerable. I'm so proud that like I have all of the footage and I was able to put it back together the way I found it, and that I didn't ruin my entire life when I had my freak out about my laptop storage. And it wasn't a freak out, but it was just like oh, I need to fix this. I'm gonna fix this, and then I'm gonna come back to it. And I did, and we're done. And I have now figured out a process that works. And I'm very grateful for that because this has been slightly miserable. But now it's almost over. Maybe. Ooh, Discord link. Yes, I can do that. Thanks for asking. Um, I need to start putting the Discord link in my videos, like in the description. Yeah, and I'm going to wake up Josh so we can play games. Yay! Games and movies. Good stuff. I like that. That's fun. Yeah. I will post the Discord here in a minute. I also need to pee. Sometimes when I'm really, really ingrained in a process, eek, on my profile page. Oh, that's, yes, I should do that also. So, oh, anyway, what I was saying is sometimes when I get ingrained into a process, my like body does not communicate with me. And I don't know, it's probably ADHD. And then once I'm out of that process, my body's like, okay, dude, you're really hungry. You really need to pee. You better fix that. It's kind of funny. What is this? Why did my YouTube automatically took me to jazz piano? And I don't know why. Anyway. Okay, posting the Discord link here in a minute. Ditto, and that's how I've gotten so many kidney infections. That's not good. I'm really sorry. Thankfully, I've never had that. Why won't it let me scroll down? It won't let me scroll down. There we go. Boop. Okay, there's the link to the Discord. If anybody wants to join, you absolutely can. Okay. Look forward to seeing this very, very soon. Very, very soon. Do I record the audio tonight? I could do that. Oh, maybe I should do that because then it will be quiet. Because I can't always predict what's happening in my house because I have roommates. And I'm not going to ask them to shut up. I guess I could, but I don't really want to. Anyway. Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay. I have a plan. Thank you all for joining me. This has made this much, much easier for my little brain. I appreciate it very much. I'm gonna go take care of myself and eat something. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day or evening or whatever. Take care of yourselves. Don't die. It's a bummer. I can post an IP. Sick pigs. I couldn't remember what dragonflies were. That's really funny. Sometimes you just forget what something is. That's okay. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go, take care of myself. You guys have a good one. I will see you soon.